Okay, so hello and welcome you all. Today in this video we will be designing a process to create web scraping using UiPath. So we'll be performing web scraping in this particular video. So what the subtask will be for this video will be, we will be opening a browser and visiting the Google search page or the Google's page homepage. We will be reading a topic from Excel file. I have created one Excel file with three topics: RPA, UiPath and automation. You can have multiple topics. So we will read one topic from that, or we will read all the data and one by one we will select one topic. We will search that topic on the Google search page or web page homepage, and we will scrap the search data. So all the links that have been provided by the Google's website, we will be scrapping the data from that list. The scrap data that we scrap using the web scrap, we will write that data into an Excel file and we will close the tab that we have opened. So yeah, this is the process that we will be following. So I have created one empty or a new project. So first thing we need over here is open browser activity. So we will add one open browser activity. So the open browser activity takes URL as a parameter. So we will provide just the google.com as the URL that we will be visiting. One thing we will do is the tab that gets opened over here, we will store its details in this visited variable. Next thing in the do of the open browser, first thing we will do is read the data from the Excel. We will use read range activity. So this read range activity will read the topics from this Excel file. So we need to select the path. It is present over here. This web scrap.xlsx. I will select that. The sheet 1 needs to be read and all columns must be read. So I will remove the range section. Sheet 1 needs to be read, and from sheet 1 these topics need to be selected. We will delete these other sheets as we will be creating new sheets over here. I'll just save it and close it. So this read range will read the data from that Excel file. Now the data that has been read, we need to save it in a data table. We will create a new variable for that data table, excel dot or excel underscore dt, that will store the data that we have read from the Excel. Now we need to iterate over those topics or iterate over the data present in an Excel. So we will be selecting for each row in a data table activity, which will iterate through each row. So it will iterate through each topic in that Excel file or in that data table. So for each current row in the Excel dt that we have just created above, so for each row in Excel dt, what we need to do is, so first thing is, when the current row will be on the first row of Excel dt, it will read RPA. Let me just show you again what I'm saying is, so first thing it will search or it will get is RPA. So now we have the name RPA or the topic. Now we need to search that topic. So for searching that topic, we have already visited this page. What we need to do next is we have to type over here RPA and click on enter. We need to click on enter to visit or to search that topic. So what we will do is we need to perform here type into activity and we need to perform the enter button or enter button click. So what we will do is, in here we will create or select type into. In this type into, we will indicate that element we need to select it here, and what must be typed in there is this RPA or the variable present here. So current row, the column that has those is the topics. So current row topics dot to string. Now this will be added, or this will be typed into this search box, and now we need to perform, or we need to click the enter button to search it. So what we'll do is add a plus over here, and we will select the enter button from here. Okay, so enter, yeah, enter button. So it will type this text, whatever it is, RPA UiPath automation, and then it will perform the then it will perform the enter button. Sorry, it will click the enter button. Now once it does the enter button, for example, it will do this and click on enter, it will visit this page. Now we need to scrap the data from these websites or these search results. So what we will do for scraping is we will use data scraping. We are doing web scraping, but we need to select the data scraping activity. So this wizard gets popped up. Next thing you need to do is select the next button. Now you can select multiple things or multiple data you need to scrap. We will be scraping the search result or search keywords and the link present in that. So I will be selecting this. Now it says to create a pattern you need to indicate a similar field. That means you need to select a second element that you need to extract. This is the first element. We will select this as a second element. Click on next and again select the same thing of other link. Now it can extract text, means what is robotic process automation RPA question mark, or it can extract URL also present, or this hyperlink. So it can either extract text also, it can also extract the URL. We will be extracting both. We will be renaming the first column as search keyword, and we will be the URL. So it will collect the keywords or the text as well as URL. Then simply click on next. So this is the preview. So it has copied or extracted the keywords or the text, and it has also extracted the URLs present behind it. We'll click on finish. If you need to span or if you need to scrap through multiple pages, you can select yes over here, but we are not doing that in this particular practical, so we'll be selecting no. So this has been generated over here, the data scraping under the type into. So the browser selector over here. Now each time we will be not searching RPA over here. So what we need to do here is we need to add a star over here. So if any term is searched or UiPath is searched, automation is searched, it needs to be worked. So we will just change it to star. Similarly here, extracted structure. Here also we need to check the selectors. Okay, so here automatically it has selected it from the parent, so we don't need to change over here. So after typing it, the data scraping will be performed. So what this data scraping will do is scrape the data and save it in the extract data table. Now for the first iteration, it will search RPA, and RPA results will be stored in extract data table. Now we need to add those records. We have done this web scraping. We need to write that scrape data into Excel file. So we need to create a new sheet for RPA and store the records of RPA in that sheet. So we will be using write range activity. Write range activity to write the searched or scraped data. We will be selecting that same Excel file. We will start writing it from A1. We will just click add headers so that the headers of that file also get written. Now we don't need to rewrite the sheet 1. We need to create a new sheet over here. So what name should we provide? Same name that has been extracted. So if we are searching RPA, one new sheet named RPA will be created and data will be stored. When we search UiPath, new sheet named UiPath will be created and the data will be stored. So for that, we will be providing over here same thing that we current row. In the column section, we will be writing topic dot toString. So if the current row topic is RPA, it will name the sheet as RPA. If current row topic is the UiPath, it will name the sheet as UiPath. And we need to write the data from extracted. Okay, so that extracted data table has limited scope. So if we see the variables, it is limited to data scraping. We need to make it global so that we can access it in here. So now you can see extract data table. So we will be writing this extract data table in this Excel file. Now one more thing we need to add over here is first it will select the RPA, it will search RPA, it will extract the data, it will write the data, and it will remain on this page. But for next search for UiPath, it again needs to go to the google.com or the search home page. It needs to again redirect here to search again for UiPath. So to navigate back to the home page, we will be doing is we will be adding over here at the start navigate to activity. So for every search it will we will not be adding it here. Before type into activity, we will be adding navigate to activity. So every time it will go for new search, it will navigate back to the google.com. So each time it will search, it will first visit the home page and then it will search. So for each iteration, it will go back to the home page and search again. So this will not cause any issues. Now the data scraping has been done. So after this, so we have put all the logic over here. Now what we need to do finally is close the browser. So we have opened the browser, we need to close it. So the tab that we have visited and the details are present over here. So we will be using the close tab activity. Now the close tab needs one input, the details of the open tab, which we have stored in visited variable. Okay, so this is what we have done. I'll just review it once. Open browser activity, provided the URL. We read the topics from the file. One by one we will iterate through that file. Navigate to home page, type the extracted topic, search it, web scrap the searches for that topic, then write that searches or web scrap data to the Excel, again search the next topic, and so on until the last topic is done, and finally we will close the tab. So what is expected over here is we will see RPA, UiPath and automation, 3 new sheets with the data present in it. So we'll just close this. We will also close the Google tab, Google Chrome browser, sorry. One thing you need to check is go to tools and install the extensions for your browser. If you have already done it, no need to do it, but for a safer side, just do that. Okay, so we'll save the project and we will try to run it. Okay, so one thing I forgot to do is we need to select the browser over here. So in the select the open browser activity and select your browser over here. That needs to be done. Okay, so hopefully now we have done it correctly. Okay, so it visited the web browser. It will search for the first topic, RPA, hopefully. Yeah, so it searched for RPA. It will extract the, or it will web scrap the data from the searches. This may take time, so I will be fast forwarding this process if it gets correctly. Okay, so there is an error, I think. Yeah, so I have named it wrong over here. Let me see. Yeah, topics, my bad. Okay, so that's the only thing think I have left. Again, we will close the tab. We will close the Excel file. Okay, so we will close the Excel file and we will try to run it again. So hopefully now it does perform correctly. If it does, I will be fast forwarding it so that you can see the results quickly. Okay, so it revisited it, search this next topic, scrape the data for next topic. It will write it into Excel file and again search for the next topic, again scrape the data, again write it into Excel file and close the tab, hopefully. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got what we expected. Now let's check if the scrape data has been added to the Excel file or not. That is the last thing we need to happen. Okay, so RPA, yeah, so it has performed well. Okay, so for RPA it has collected the searches and collected the URLs. For UiPath it has collected the searches, collected the URLs. For automation it has searched for the, let me just check if it is not same for everyone. Okay, so one thing we forgot over here is, so it has appended the searches. For the first 14 it has RPA, then it has 15 to 19 for UiPath, and from 19 I guess for automation. Okay, so we need to add one more thing over here. So once it has done this writing part, once it has done the writing part over here, we need to clear the data table so that it is again ready for next iteration. So here we need to provide the data table. We will provide the extract data table. We will clear this data table so that when it will search for automation, it will just get the automation results. We will just delete these and do it one more time. I will just save this file, close it. Now hopefully we have done everything right. We'll try to run it. Okay, now I'm fast forwarding it. Okay, so hopefully this time around it has not done anything wrong, or we have not done anything wrong. So RPA, UiPath and automation. RPA has RPA topics, UiPath has UiPath topics, and automation has automation topics. Okay, so this time around we have not messed up, and all the topics have been searched and the data has been scraped from the web. Yeah, so that's it. We have completed the web scraping using UiPath. Thank you for watching.